and welcome to another episode of Reese's Random Reviews. I am Reese. I'm about to give you a random review. A year ago today, we lost Robin Williams, probably one of the most amazing, funny, hilarious, insane, crazy, emotional actors of our time. And my God, what an incredible actor he was. I grew up watching so many Robin Williams films when I was a kid. I mean, I remember watching Mrs. Doubtfire when I was a kid, Hook, Jumanji, Flubber, Aladdin. Oh my God, I probably saw Aladdin a million times when I was a kid. You know, the death was so unexpected and so sad that when I got the news, I literally was really upset. I mean, I just woke up and my mum had texted me and said that Robin Williams had died, and I went on the internet straight away, and when I found out that he had passed away because of suicide, my heart leapt in my throat and I felt sick and I just couldn't believe it. So today I thought, because I haven't actually done a tribute for him yet, I mean, I did do a tribute for him on my Facebook page, but you know, that's only what my friends can see, but I wanted to do a tribute for now because it's a year of his death, to show everyone my top 10 Robin Williams films. And also as well, just so you know, I am going to see his last ever film to be released in the cinemas in the UK this year, called Absolutely Anything. It comes out this Friday, and Robin Williams will play a dog called Dennis, and it also stars Simon Pegg, Kate Beckinsale, Eddie Izzard, Joanna Lumley, Rob Riggle, and also the Monty Python team, John Cleese, Michael Palin, Eric Idle, Terry Jones and Terry Gilliam. They're all going to come back, and they voice some aliens in this film, but I'll talk more about that later. But for now, I'm going to talk about my top 10 Robin Williams films, and also the ones that made my childhood and why I love these films. But let's get into it now, because this is going to be a very long video. Okay, so first off, number 10 is Hook. That's right, Hook was a massive childhood film of mine when I was a kid. I used to watch Hook a lot when I was probably about I don't know, from the age of 3 to the age of probably 8, until I decided to grow out of it. I mean, Hook was a really amazing film when I was a kid. I mean, I loved it because it was just I mean, obviously growing up now and doing more research on it, as wanting to be a filmmaker, I thought the film was you know, it's not as good as I thought it was when I was a kid. Let's just say that. I mean, I don't think anyone thinks Hook is the best film anymore, because it's definitely had a massive mixed reception. But yeah, I did watch it a lot when I was a kid. I did love Robin Williams in it. But most of all, Dustin Hoffman is the star of the film. Most of all is Hook. But Robin Williams was good in it as the man who was the grown-up Peter Pan, and he didn't remember being Peter Pan, and he has kids, and he has a very hard relationship with his kids as well, because he's like a workaholic. But I just thought, as growing up now, watching this film, Robin Williams' performance at the end was just watching Robin Williams in a Peter Pan suit go loopy. But despite that, it is still one of my classic films that I did love, and it is in my top 10 because it's obviously better than some of the Robin Williams family films you've probably seen, like R.R.R. or Old Dogs with John Travolta and stuff like that, because those films were terrible. But Hook is in my top 10 as one of my favourite Robin Williams films, because even though I sometimes love it, I do sometimes don't like it, so it's a bit of a mix. It's like a Marmite film to me. I do love it and I also hate it, but Robin Williams in it does make it good, so that's one of the reasons it's one of my top 10 films. And plus I did watch it a lot when I was a kid, so okay, so it is in my top 10. Number 9 is another childhood film of mine. Most people don't like this film anymore, but I still do, because I don't really see a problem with it. I actually do love this film, and to be honest, I prefer it better than Hook. It's more like a feel-good movie, and it is more for kids, but I don't know, I like it because it's insane. It's just bizarre, and it's Robin Williams being bizarre, and it's Flubber. And Flubber is, oh my God, Flubber's just brilliant. I mean, alright, yeah, it's not exactly an adult's film, but it's still funny. It's just insane. I mean, alright, the acting's a bit bad, and the effects are a bit bad, and the fight scenes are stupid, it's badly edited, and, you know, a lot of stupid stuff happens, but I like Flubber. I mean, I think Flubber's really wonderful and creative, and it's also really emotional as well. Like, you know, when Weebo, the yellow robot, when she dies and she gives Robin Williams, you know, the hardware for her to make a daughter. You know, I always cry at that bit because it's so emotional, and it does make you sad, and it is such a it is a really good film. I like Flubber. I don't care what people say. I think Flubber's a really good feel-good movie. And it is one of my top 10 definitely. I mean, because Flubber's just so funny. So yeah, that's why it's number 9. And plus, like I said as well, I watched this a lot when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed it then, and I really enjoy it now. So yeah, you know, people can say what they want, but I love Flubber. So there you go, it's number 9. Number 8 is Fern Gully, if I've said that right. Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, or The Magical Rainforest, or whatever some people call it. But basically, it's Fern Gully. This animated film was released when I was born, 1992. Same year as well that Robin Williams did Aladdin. But I think he did this film before Aladdin was released. Robin Williams voices a bat, a fruit bat named Batty. And this was another massive childhood film of mine. And it's not a Disney film. It was made by 20th Century Fox. And, you know, I like it because it has a real, true message to it. And Robin Williams actually starred in this film because of its message. The fact that, you know, it's a story about people chopping down the rainforest and destroying the world. I'll tell you what Fern Gully is actually. It's like an early animated version of Avatar. You know, Robin Williams plays a bat who's like this comical sidekick. He's kind of like the Sebastian of The Little Mermaid, or he is like the genie of Aladdin in this film, but he's a bat, and you know, he's very fast talking. He's very paranoid, very, oh my god, we can't do that, humans do that, you know, don't touch that, as human stuff, you know, that sort of thing. But, you know, again, he plays a really funny character, and you know, he's really insane as always. It's basically Robin Williams again doing his best. But it's amazing because he did this before Aladdin, so even though Aladdin was the film that made him successful for voice animation, this film is a bit underrated, but it is a really good film. And the animation is beautiful, but Robin Williams as Batty as well is what makes this film. And if you haven't seen Fern Gully, but you are a fan of Robin Williams, please watch Fern Gully, because it is a beautiful film. You know, it's wonderfully animated, and also as well, it's quite dark for kids. It's quite a bit scary, but it's Robin Williams that makes it just so entertaining as the Bat. So yeah, please watch it for Robin Williams, because you know, he's the one that makes the film as fantastic as it is. So yeah, watch Fern Gully. Number 7 is a very well-known Robin Williams film, Night at the Museum. The reason I put this as number 7 is because Robin Williams plays a really great performance as President Teddy Roosevelt. You know, I love this performance because Robin Williams just, again, does another emotional, very soft, deep, and also a sort of comical acting to Teddy Roosevelt. And again, he just does this so well, plays the character so well, and you know, he just does a really fantastic job. And Night Museum as well is such a funny film. It's a really good film. It's another family film. I loved all 3 films. I loved Night Museum 1, 2 and 3. And it was hard watching the 3rd film, because I went to the cinema last year, just before Christmas, when Night Museum 3 came out. And my heart was almost broken and so sad, weeping, because there's Robin Williams on screen. And I just watched and thought, it's horrible because he's no longer there, you know what I mean? He's no longer here with us, so it was quite hard to watch, really. Number 6 is a very, very good Robin Williams film, which I've just recently seen, not long ago, called Good Morning Vietnam. And I heard of Good Morning Vietnam, but I never got a chance to watch it. But oh my god, it's so funny. It's such a really, really good film, and again, it's emotional a little bit. And Robin Williams plays this really insane Vietnam soldier who has to go, well no, he has to go to Vietnam, sorry, he's a soldier who goes to Vietnam, and he does a radio show, and basically just comes out of all these, I mean, he actually put his own dialogue into this film. That's what made this film brilliant, was the fact that, I mean, that's what people loved about Robin Williams, you know, with the camera, you know, the director would say, right, get the camera on him and he can do whatever he wants, and that's what Robin Williams was so good at doing. And in Good Morning Vietnam, he literally just lets loose, you know what I mean? And that's what's so brilliant about it. And again, it's another fantastic film from Robin Williams. It's feel good. You know, he does his own dialogue. It's insane, and some of the jokes don't make sense, but you still laugh at him anyway because it's Robin Williams. And you know, he just done such a fantastic job. And the film was just great and all. I didn't think the film was going to be that good, but he did. Robin Williams just played such a great character, and it was just such another hilarious performance. And if you haven't seen Good Morning Vietnam, I really highly recommend it, because if you haven't, then you are so missing out on the Robin Williams filmography. You have to watch Good Morning Vietnam. Number 5 is a very well-known classic, but they're making a reboot of this film, unfortunately. It's Jumanji. This was a massive childhood film of mine.
I love Jumanji, and I still do. I've still got the DVD. I still watch it. Jumanji is just a brilliant film. People said it was like a new Jurassic Park film released in the 90s, and in a way it is, but it's more comical than Jurassic Park because Robin Williams makes it good. You know, he puts in funny dialogue. I don't know if it's, you know, part of the script or... Robin Williams' performance as Alan is just amazing as always, and Jumanji is an absolute classic film, and this definitely remains one of Robin Williams' most classic films ever. I mean, it has to be in my top 5 definitely, so that's why it's made it as number 5, because it is one of the most high-rated, one of the most amazing, best Robin Williams films ever made. And if you haven't seen Jumanji, I'm very disappointed in you. You have to watch Jumanji. Don't watch the reboot. If you haven't watched the old version, don't watch the reboot first. Watch the old one first, then go and see the reboot next year. I can't believe they're making a reboot. Who's going to take over Robin Williams' performances? Seriously. Anyway. Number 4. This is one of Robin Williams' most darkest films. 1 Hour Photo. This film is... oh my goodness, it's dark. I'll say that. This is not a family film, but... oh my god, Robin Williams' performance in this is the best. He plays this man who is obsessed with a family. There's this mother, father and child, this son. And I don't know what it is, but for years he's always been there, you know, the guy who always does their photos, publishes their photos for them and gives them the albums and stuff. And they've been doing it for such a long time that he knows their names, he knows the child's age, and he knows just everyone. He knows all the family, basically. But he gets so obsessed with them that he also keeps photos of them to himself, and he treats them like they're his family, because he has visions of the son calling him Uncle Si, and because that's his name, the character's name, Si, and it's really creepy. I mean, Robin Williams puts on his most creepiest performance I've ever seen. I mean, most people would probably think Robin Williams playing a villain, that can't happen, but he is. In this, well, I wouldn't say he was a villain, but he's more like a sort of anti-hero. You know, he's a good man, he's a nice, kind man, but he's just got this really weird obsession with this family, and it's just kind of like, why? You know, why does he love this family? Why is he so obsessed with them? Why? And there are reasons, and I can't say if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen 1 Hour Photo, I really highly recommend it.